Hello traders, this is Mac Billion. Today is October 15 and let's talk about the market. Let's start with the spider. The spider, as you can see here, is still inside this box. I will call it a box. And the levels that I'm watching is 203. That's an important level that we need to watch. And the bottom is 187. It looks like it was gonna go down, as you can see here, the last 3 days, but today it bounced from this 50 simple moving average exactly. And as I say, you need to get sure when it failed at the major resistance. So that's a lesson for you. When it failed at the major resistance, it never went to the major resistance. It just pretend to it was going there, and now it bounced from the 50. Now what I'm watching right here is if it's gonna fail at the 203 level. If it failed there, we're gonna have another let down, or we're gonna have a let up to major resistance 212 again, which it was it was the channel that it was trading for 8 months. So if he enters here, this thing is gonna start moving up onto the test, the 212. So that's the plan. Once the 203, if it fails, it goes up and fail, then we have to get short. Let me show you the iShares Russell. This is the IWM, and I wanted to share something very nice right here. This is a huge resistance in this trend line. You see how many times we have the price has gone to this trend line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and today 6 times. So you know that this is a strong resistance. If you break out right here, we're gonna have another let up. So if I show you the VIX, you can tell the 16 level in the VIX is the level that we need to watch. If we had a breakout on those levels that I just watched you in the IWM and the spider, and a break on the 16 and start moving down below 16, that's a confirmation that we need to get long, because there's high probability that the levels, the next resistance, are going to be achieved. So those are the levels to watch: 203 on the spider, and we're going to be watching the resistance in the IWM, this resistance line, which is, I will say, is about 115, 116 to be short, 116. So if you break out right here, this thing is going to fly from here. The DMI is low, but it can start trending from here. Remember, price is king. If you get a breakout in a major resistance like this is gonna move up. Now let's talk about Apple. Apple break through the apex of this triangle wedge, is gonna continue moving sideways right here at Fibonacci 110 until the earnings report 27. So there's nothing to do right here. I'm just watching. There's nothing to trade. There's no breakout. There is no resistance. There's no support. It's just here waiting for the earnings report. Now we enter today Facebook. Look at how beautiful breakout. Why we entered in the morning? Why I didn't wait for the end of the day like I say? Well, it was all about volume. Usually Facebook trade 30 million, between 30 to 35 millions daily. When it was when I sent the trailer, it was already $12 million up. So it was strong, and you could tell that it was holding, and the bulls were there about 95, trying to take 96 all day long. So usually when you see price that goes high in the morning, past 10 in the morning, like the first 2 hours, and then start going down, then it's a weak move. But if you see price that break out at 10 and keep there and hold there and doesn't break down much, then you say it's a strong move, then you see the volume. So that's how I entered this trade. Let's see if we confirm about today's high. Today's high is 96.30. So if it confirms about 96.30, we're gonna start moving to our first target, which is 98.68. My target, I think, is gonna test the 100 before the earnings. Let's see. This is a swing trade. This is not earning play. I will trade the earnings with a different position. This is a swing trade, and I'm expecting to get this one more than 50%. But let's watch this. So what is the stop loss? The stop loss is today's low. Today's low is 95 or 94.90, which is, I will say, 90.95. If we break down below 95, we need to get out. Now let's talk about this one. Let's talk about Fire Eye. Look at Fire Eye. It break down yesterday almost 7%. It confirmed today the breakdown, but it came inside the falling wedge. So this is what I'm telling you, that this kind of stocks you don't need to trade because they move horrible. They don't respect breakouts. They just move all over the place. Right here, what I see is a bearish move. I think it's gonna test the $25, but because it's the earnings are coming, I don't want to get short right here because it can bounce from here very hard. The volume in the bounce today was 10 millions. It usually trade between 4 to 6 million, so it was a huge volume from here. Even though it was not at support 25, it just fake out, and I entered, and I think it's gonna start moving up to $32 again. Now let's talk about Netflix. Netflix, we still have those puts. I don't think we're gonna get much premium for that, so that's gonna be a loss for the earnings play. Right here it tested $100, but it didn't bounce like I thought it was gonna bounce, but it's holding right there about 100. So the only thing can happen right here, some news rumors, and this start moving up with the market because the market is a little bullish right now short term. So let's keep it open. They expire next Friday, so we have an opportunity, and I see many weekly trades going up $1 in one day, and $1, that's what I wanted to get. We're not gonna get profits, but we want premium back, so keep it open. So now let's talk about the one that we trade today. This is Mattel, the toy company. We have a good position in this one, and I'm gonna tell you why. The last 4 times, this is 2011, October 2011, it moved up $3. 2012, $3. 2013, $7. 2014, $3. Usually between October or the last 3 months of the year, Mattel goes up because Christmas is coming. There's going to be a lot of buying, and they start to moving up, and it's oversold right here. And you can tell right here today pre-market it tests this level right here, which is almost between 19 to 20. It went down to this level, and it bounced, and it break out this resistance right here. So when you have a breakout on resistance, you can tell that this is the door is open, and we have more than 30 days. So don't worry about this trade. I think it's gonna start, it's gonna move right here, and it's gonna start moving up anytime soon. So just keep it open because we have 30 days. So don't call this trade a loser yet because we have a lot of time. ADX is very low, so when the ADX is very low, it means a big move is coming. And we saw the pre-market went down, and it went up, and it opened the door right here for the bulls. So what I'm saying is we can move up anytime soon. So just keep it open. Now let's talk about the last one. Let's talk about the spider. Let's talk about Celgene is another one that is on the watch list. It looks like Apple. It looks like it's gonna break out on the apex of this triangle wedge. But you have to put this triangle wedge on your watch list. It's right now it's not ready, but I think it's gonna wait for the earnings report, which is November. It's gonna start trading right here inside, and it's probably gonna break out. But just keep an eye on this one. So now I wanted to talk about something very important. It's money management. So money management is really important when you trade, and I'm gonna show you how I trade. Even though I told you many times, but we have new traders, and this is very important because if you don't follow this, you're gonna burn your account. So for the money management, I use 60% of my account is for swing trades. Swing trades. When I send alerts, I put a swing trade. I say swing trade alert, meaning I'm gonna hold that position between 3 to 1 month, 2 months, depending. Usually, you know how I am. I usually like to trade profits, especially on this kind of market. So this is your account. This is your account for swing trades. Now, what is this piece of the pike is cash. I always have to leave this pike like 30% or 25% of my account always on cash. Never put everything on the market. Just keep it up to 30 to 25% on cash. This purple piece of pike is the earnings plays. This is what I play for the earnings, and this right here is for day trade. That's how I trade. Day trades because if I see something in today and I have the time and I have the computer and I can be sitting on my computer all day and I wanted to do some trades. So this is 5% and 5%. So then I take this 5% here from this pike, you see, and I go and play the earnings. So that pike, this pike right here, 5%, I divided between 15 to 20, depends on how many I have on my watch list. Right now I have 21, so I divided. So I have the same amount of money on each piece of the pie. So if I lose 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, I don't care. I have many more, and what I'm looking on the earning place is a couple, let's say 2, 3 or 4 big ones. I move for 20% on any one if I can catch it. It's gonna be 1,000, 2,000% profits or 500% profits. And that is gonna pay for the losers. So if you trade the earnings, that's how you have to trade it. Because if you only trade a couple ones, or you put all the piece of the pie in only one trade and you lose it, you're gonna say, oh, you suck. What are you doing? You know, we lost all the money. No, you have to divide it. That's because and that's why I'm not nervous, so I'm not feeling like, oh, we're losing. No, we're not losing. We wanna follow the plan and we're gonna play all of them. So that's how you play it, and I guarantee that we're gonna make money. We just have to be patient. There's gonna be a lot of earning plays next week, and we have to be alert to get into those trades because one of them is gonna pay for the losers and that's gonna pay for everything. So that's how I trade. So how is the portfolio right now? The portfolio right now is 90% cash. I'm trading 5% in Facebook that I entered today, and I have this 5% on the earning place. That's how is my portfolio now. Right now 90% cash, 5% is on Facebook. You can see the difference. I'm 5% on Facebook, the same amount of money that I'm gonna play on the whole earning place. So that's how I trade. If you trade like that, I guarantee that you're never gonna burn your account, and you're gonna have money to trade another day. So this is everything for today. Trade on.